Hello students, welcome back to our video. So, in the last video we were discussing about the benefits of GST. So, let's start with that. So, first benefit of GST is one tax. In place of different indirect taxes of central government and state government, these taxes are subsumed in one tax only, and that is GST. So, now, like central government, there are many types of indirect taxes of central government and state government, and like everybody need to pay different types of taxes. But now everyone has to pay only one tax for goods and services, that is called GST. So one benefit of GST is one tax. Second is simple tax system. Indirect tax system becomes very simple due to elimination of different indirect taxes. So due to elimination of different indirect taxes and application of one tax, that is GST, indirect tax systems becomes very simple. Third is removal of double taxation. Before implementation of GST means before the GST was introduced, taxpayers had to pay double taxes, which is removed under GST. Then fourth one is benefit of price reduction. GST implementation has brought price reduction in goods and services. Then fifth one is uniform prices. Uniform price system is emerged across the nation. Then sixth is reduction in tax evasion. There is a reduction in size of tax evasion, and tax system has got success to establish transparency. Then next is input tax credit. GST paid on purchase is deducted from GST payable on sales. Hence, net amount of GST is payable by the taxpayer. Then next is useful for economy. Economy of the nation gets stable. Due to introduction of GST, economy of the nation gets stable. Then balanced regional development. So, balanced development of region would take place, and consequently regional imbalance would reduce. Then next is reduction in administrative work. There is a significant reduction in administrative work due to the introduction of GST. Reduction in government operations. Under benefit of GST is reduction in government operations. So these were the following benefits of GST. Now the next topic is rate of GST. Goods and services are covered under the one indirect tax, that is known as Goods and Services Tax, GST. Under this act, different tax rates are determined on the basis of necessity of goods and services. These tax rates are decided keeping in mind the nature of needs, from basic needs to luxurious needs. The range of GST rates is between 0% to 28%. GST rates for intra and interstate supply of goods or services or both is given in the tabular form. So, this is the rate for interstate supply and intrastate supply. So, this is the schedule and the GST rate. So, in schedule 1, in 5% in interstate, and in intrastate 2.5% GST and 2.5% in SGST. Intrastate means supply goods done within the state, and interstate means supply of goods done within outside the state. And likewise, there are 6 schedules, and the following rates are given for each schedule. There is a different rates because if the goods are supplied outside the state, then only one tax has to be paid, that is IGST. And if the goods are supplied within the state, then two types of taxes needs to be paid, CGST and SGST. So this is the following 6 schedules are given, and the following rates are given for interstate supply and intrastate supply. And there is a one note that for special goods, GST rates are 0.5% to 3% for special goods. And in case of supply, 4 tax slabs applicable are 5%, 12%, 80% and 28%. There can be periodical changes in GST rate. Prevailing rates are shown at the time of preparation of this book. So these rates are periodically changed, and these rates were prepared when this book was in progress for preparation. When this book was prepared, at that time this rate was prevailing in the nation, and this rate changes periodically. So this is the rate of GST. Now there are certain terminologies of GST is given, that is supply means purchase and sale of goods. Supply means purchase, either purchase or sale of goods. Then input central GST, that is CGST, which is they paid for supply of goods within the state. Then input state GST, SGST, which is also paid with the supply of goods within the state. Then next is input union territory GST. This is also for intrastate. Then input integrated GST, IGST, which is paid for supply of goods outside the state. Then output central GST, CGST, for the input means purchase and output means sale of goods. And total supply word means either purchase of goods or either sales of goods. So input means purchase of goods done within the state or outside the state, and output means sale of goods within the state or outside the state. So output central GST, that is CGST, output state GST, that is SGST. Then output union territory GST, UTGST, output integrated GST, that is IGST. Then intrastate supply and interstate supply. You need to remember this with the full form. So now with this we are done with the chapter 3. Now we are going to discuss the exercise questions. So there are 6 MCQs questions are given, and I hope you all have the digest. So we will discuss this the answers from the digest. So here is the digest. There textual exercise is given on the page number 56. So in that, the first one is GST in MCQ questions are given. So GST includes dash of central and state government. So it includes indirect taxes. GST includes indirect taxes of central and state government. Options were indirect taxes, direct and indirect taxes, indirect and direct taxes. So the correct answer would be indirect taxes, because GST includes only indirect taxes, not direct taxes. Now the second question is, which of the following was state government indirect tax prior to GST? So the options are custom duty, excise duty, value added tax and service tax. So the correct answer is value added tax was the state government indirect tax prior to GST. Before GST was introduced, value added tax was the state government indirect tax. Third one is, which of the following was not central government indirect tax prior to GST? So options are custom duty, second is excise duty, third is service tax, and fourth is purchase tax. So the correct answer is purchase tax, because purchase tax was not central government indirect tax before the GST was introduced. Then fourth is implementation of GST year is 2017. It was introduced in 2017. Which of the following is correct for the supply of within state or union territory? So the options are CGST plus SGST or UTGST, IGST plus SGST or UTGST, CGST plus IGST, IGST minus SGST, and UTGST. So the correct answer is CGST plus SGST or UTGST, because this is done for the supply of goods within the state or union territory. Then the sixth one is which tax is applicable for supply of outside state or union territory? So the correct answer is IGST, because it is applicable for supply of goods outside the state or union territory. So now let's discuss the answer the following questions in one sentence. So the first question is, in India, to meet economic needs of the nation, which kind of taxes were collected by the government? So answer is, in India, to meet economic needs of the nation, two types of taxes were collected by the government. First was direct tax and second was indirect tax. Second question is, which items are taxable under GST? Answer is, under the GST, the supply of goods and completion of services are taxable instead of tax collection on production or sales of goods or providing of services. Then the fourth question is, which terminology is used for sale and purchase of goods and services under GST? So the answer is, the terminology of supply is used for the sale and purchase of goods and services under GST. Fourth question is, what is interstate supply transaction? Answer is, when transactions of supply is done by the trader outside of own state or union territory is known as interstate supply. Then fifth question is, which GSTs are applicable to interstate supply? So answer is only IGST is applicable to interstate supply. Then sixth one is, what is intrastate supply transaction? Answer is, when transaction of supply is done by the trader within the own state or union territory, then it is known as intrastate supply. Then seventh question is, which GSTs are applicable to intrastate supply? So answer is CGST and SGST and or UTGST are applicable to intrastate supply. Then eighth question is, under which supply transaction GST is distributed equally between central and respective state government? Answer is, GST collected on intrastate supply is distributed equally between CGST and SGST or UTGST. Then ninth question is, when input GST is chargeable. So when goods or services or both are purchased, then input GST is chargeable. When output GST is chargeable, the answer is, when goods or services or both are sold, then output GST is chargeable. Then 11th question is, what is input tax credit? So input tax credit means at the time of paying tax on sales, you can reduce the tax you have already paid on purchase. Then which types of needs are considered to determine GST rates? GST rates are decided keeping in mind the nature of needs, from basic needs to luxury needs. What are the present slabs of GST? 5%, 12%, 18% and 28% are the present slabs of GST. So these were the answer of questions in one sentence. Now answer the following questions in brief. So explain any two special features of GST. So you first is one tax and second is tax collection on supply. And then the second question is explain any two benefits of GST. First is one tax and second is simple tax system. You can take any one, so any two. So with this, now we are done with the chapter 3. So from Monday we are going to start with the chapter 4. And if you have any questions or any doubts, please feel free to comment below the video. Thank you.